welcome everyone. Stormy Sensei here. It's Monday night. I'm noticing that we're actually getting no audio out from the gameplay, or from the Elgato. See if we can fix that. Might need to unplug it and plug it back in. Hey there, Wobster. Let's try unplugging it and plugging it back in. Do I hear it if I turn up my own volume? I do not. I think that I had this issue last stream as well. I'm going to try unplugging the Elgato instead of just disconnecting the HDMI and then trying from scratch. Because we're actually doing stories today, so it would be good if we actually had our stuff. Deactivate. Activate. See if some other saw to capture audio only. What are the other options here? Use custom audio device. That's certainly not what I want. It's not that the volume's too low. I'm sure that's been picked up over the baby monitor. We're gonna see if it passes. You're not necessarily supposed to just like immediately rush to their aid. But I may end up breaking that rule anyway and rushing to our aid immediately. Why is this capture card not capturing sound? Let's try unplugging from the output. And then we're going to try to unplug the USB and plug that in. Oh, that's the output to the projector. That's useless. That's obviously not going to solve the issue. Alright, let's see. Where does this USB lead to? Alright, technical difficulties and child aggro. We'll be right back. I'm going to turn off the microphone. back. Still have the technical difficulties. Let's try unplugging everything, plugging it back in again. Going from no device to one moment please, but I know that's going to hang forever, so let's go into the properties and just reset it again. I think that's going to work. Here we have video back, that's good. We lost video. We gained video. And still no audio. We're going to definitely want sound because we're going to be listening to the voice acting, right? Maybe if I shut down Streamlabs altogether and then open it back up, will that automatically end the stream? Well, it won't end the stream. You might have like you might be buffering for a little bit while I shut down this program altogether and try to restart it. So hang tight. Hey there, Cyrene. I guess I'll have to just Google how this works. Because unplugging it didn't work, so Elgato 60S, no game audio. It's plugged into the right port. I'm not installing a new driver because I'm pretty sure that's not the issue. Okay, let's try with some of these sound mixing. I think that I can make it so that you only hear the game and not me, which might be how I have to do it. Let's see. Testing. Guess I'll check for driver updates, sure. That's not the issue. The voice acting is kind of important, Because otherwise, we're going to like fly through the text without them talking so slowly to cover it. Which arguably might be fine. You say that like it's a bad thing. Testing. Okay, so even though I marked this as the game capture as my input device, it still is picking up my microphone. Oh yeah, that's say apps might have their own settings. But what if there's like music? What if there's this big cinematic and we just miss it? Where like this is the grand finale of all of Amphorius. This is like going into the Scale Gorge waterscape and like not listening to Dan Heng part the seas. This is like, you know, going into the Amphorius Grand, not Amphorius, the Pentaconi Grand Theater, and not hearing Sunday talk about how every day is going to be the weekend. Test audio. It's doing absolutely nothing. Maybe it's a PS5 issue and not a capture card issue. Oh, output device. There we go. It was a PlayStation issue. So we can hear it, but it's a little quiet because I was messing with the volume levels earlier. Oh, well actually I don't know if it's quiet. It's quiet for me because I turned down the volume on the projector. Yeah, I'd say this is fine. The bar's moving appropriate according to based on my voice. I'll move closer to the microphone. Alright, only 5 minutes wasted. Not bad, not bad. And most of that time, oh wait, no, that's 5 minutes since I restarted the stream. Only 20 minutes wasted, not bad, not bad. I started at 10:30 instead of 11, so we're already like still ahead of schedule. Alright, I don't think we have anything really to discuss or do, so let's go back to the story immediately. Let's see, what... Okay, so I'm pretty sure I remember that Herda and Screwlum just got through confronting Lygus, and he was like, oh, you tried to redo the Era Nova, and now Cyrene is going to basically be the heart of Iron Tomb. But you think that it's going to be good for you because you think Cyrene's love, but she's actually been like sorrowful for these 33 million cycles. And I think that it's going to be just as good as Finon. And heard of doubts, so we're going to see.
Dangerous, oppressive, chaotic.
What a beautiful wail. It will soon resound throughout the entire cosmos.
The view's pretty good here. All yours, Screwy.
Just a moment, please.
I see. So your backup plan requires a scepter and the head of a genius.
Anyone with eyes can see that.
You know what I think about this, Herta. Whether it succeeds or fails, your plan plays right into the destruction's hands.
Can't you see what's going on, Strulin? Her chances may be small, but it's not zero.
What are you two going on about? If you want to stop me, be quick about it. I'm in a hurry. I'll take that silence as a no. You, Xandar?
As your enemy, I genuinely wish you would cease your actions.
At least he's honest.
Your sudden inspiration bring more variables to the proof than as a fellow pathstrider of the edition. I won't mind witnessing.
Like, I hate it, but I'm kind of also curious about it.
You will initiate the destruction's chain reaction.
But you'll also become the perfect scholar. The chances are 10,000 to 1.
I like those odds. Commence the meeting of the Genius Society. Is this a real map? Kind of, I guess. This is just outside of this area. It's the same odds as the winning the 100 tickets thing. Yeah, I didn't win, which should be a surprise to no one. But with an extra 100 pulls, I probably would go for Hyceland's E1, like on the spot. Is that what I would use my extra 100 pulls on? I think I would, because it's like, I wasn't planning on doing it, but since I have the extra resources, why not? The odds are not that small? Oh yeah, because they're 5 flips.
Curiosity. It's been so long and we've all failed so many times. Even now, moments before the horrible and inescapable instant within Droidhead's calculations rise. The cherished children of the erudition. The geniuses lauded by all. Is curiosity the only thing we can feel, even at moments like this? Huh. Well, it's not so bad. Now let the lock become the key.
Geniuses who walk the stars. The cosmos has reached a moment where its very existence hangs in the balance. I, Herta, Genius Society number 83, hereby summon you. I request a society meeting to be held immediately. We shall serve the grandest cause,
We can all just like.
There's no such thing as unity in the society's rules based on what I know.
Indeed. A meeting has only been held 3 times in the Society's history. The first meeting had 2 attendees. After the Emperor was assassinated, the second meeting had 7 attendees. During the Second Great Prosperity, the third meeting had 5 attendees. How many will respond this time?
You're so uninterested. So Ron May, Stephen Lloyd.
I thought you were not going to involve me in this topic anymore, Herta.
It really is this little witch. I shouldn't have made the bet with you, Polka.
Polka's here?
I've been waiting for you to offer yourself up.
First
Goodness
Polka voice.
gracious me. So many familiar faces. We even have a special guest. It's that greatest failure of a genius, Xandar. What a noisy gathering this is.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Genius Member Societies members. So this is tied for the most number of attendees at once. Stephen Lloyd didn't show up? Come on. I thought that he was cool with Herta. There were... How many people like cut out? Was it 3 or was it 2? Because I know that there's one other Genius Society member that they've talked about previously. When discussing who else to bring into the simulated universe. I think their name begins with a Y. And they're not on here at all.
Not bad. More people showed up than I expected, even though one was just here for the fun of it. Either way, the person I was hoping for most is here.
Stephen Lloyd declined the invitation. He needs to focus on attacking and defending and cannot attend the meeting.
That's fine. He doesn't need to be here anyway. Let's skip the boring introductions and cut to the chase.
They would not be boring introductions to me.
Folks, this is not a discussion, but an announcement. Though the society has never been united, we still observe at least one basic courtesy. We don't interfere with each other's research topics. So listen up, all of you. Conquering Iron Tomb is my research topic. I will personally take over Scepter Delta Me-13 in 1.5 system hours and stop the destruction.
That's not where I thought she was going with that. I thought that she was going to see something along the lines of Iron Tomb was going to mess with all of your research by killing everything, and we should therefore stop Xandar.
If the front line falls, I will immediately overclock the scepter and complete self-coronation in Iron Tomb's place and interface myself with Droidhead.
Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. You man. That's like watching you tap dance on Polka's spotless white sheets right after she's washed them.
Very bold. You want to connect your brain to the Eon's mechanical core and define their instance?
If Rupert dared to do that, why shouldn't I? I've got the prototype scepter, the father of Noose, and the brain of a genius. Everything's set.
Never mind the success rate, little witch. What's gonna happen if you succeed?
We're all smart people here, so I'll just say it straight. Strike at erudition. I'll change the anchor points for the 4th instant and move the future of the cosmos in a direction I want.
I knew it.
notorious Lord of Silence. You know you're signing your death sentence right here.
Of course I do. There'll even be 2 copies of the verdict. One that I wrote myself, and another one coming from you. That's why I wanted you to be in this meeting. Now I can tell you, I don't care about all that. Consider this a threat. Either put down your scalpel or die with the entire cosmos. The only goal I have for this meeting is to ask all of you to put aside your pride and not cause me any trouble.
Huh. What a naive little girl, thinking her wishes will always come true.
What are you laughing at?
I am glad we ended up on the same page. No matter if it was to destroy the erudition or to rewrite the instance, we both chose the same road. We will defy the god who marked the limits of humanity.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Then, to celebrate us coming to a fundamental agreement, I will prepare a stage for your performance. Listen well, geniuses who came after me. Thus speaks Genius Society #1. End this pathetic meeting. As of 2 nanoseconds ago, I have passed Herta's decision to all the Xandars in the universe. We will become her representatives and stop all external interferences targeting her.
What are you playing at?
My reasons. It's simple. Curiosity. That is all, madam.
It also doesn't really matter to Xandar, right? If either Iron Tomb comes out and Herta integrates with Droidhead in Iron Tomb's place in order to stop Droidhead, instead of so either Iron Tomb comes up and we defeat it, Iron Tomb comes up and Herta interacts with. Well, I guess he wouldn't like it if we defeated Iron Tomb, but if Iron Tomb comes out and Herta interfaces with Noose in order to prevent Iron Tomb from doing the same, then Xandar meets their win condition. And if Herta fails to do that and Iron Tomb interfaces with Noose, then also Xandar meets a win condition. So I think the Xandar is completely fine with this.
Am I going to clash blades with the first genius? What a pleasant surprise. Now that our positions are clear, it's time for this boring meeting to end. Good luck, little girl.
Did you all just treat me as a side character? Darn it. But anyways, I'm just here for the fun.
As the ghost of the quantum domain, it is my duty to observe. So, if you're happy to bring me a tea set from planet Skrull, then I wouldn't mind giving you a helping hand, little witch.
After everything's over, come visit me and taste some of my freshly baked desserts.
He's like, please don't die, Herta.
I knew you'd say something like that.
I always give the same response to plans that exceed the limits of mathematical calculations.
I don't know, right?
Those 3 words, though seemingly graceless, contain all the wisdom in the entire known cosmos.
Well, we passed the Society's trial. Let's focus on what we've got in front of us. I hope you hold up your end of the bargain, Senior Society member.
Argus? Could it be?
Yes. I have completely severed my connections with Xander One Kuwabara. I shall witness the end of the world in the rule of Theo.
Wow, he could have done that this whole time.
As a character within this play.
I mean, as the other Xandars could also do this.
I really don't get you.
Perhaps you've heard me say this many times, Herta, but I still would like to reiterate that it's a great honor to work with you.
This is also a
I've
please don't
written
die,
many
Herta.
times, and I've responded to you many times in the same way. I'm allergic to pleasantries. Keep at it, and I might go into shock.
Steven's work is done. Let's get ready.
I've been ready for ages. Let's open up a path for our allies. Most heroes' journeys in the universe are just dice tosses they threw on a whim. But make them see clearly. Your answer is already different. Amphorious.
Indeed, for this world so deeply loved will write an ending, unlike any that ever was.
I never thought I'd one day be riding a train that's literally the incarnation of her.
Might have to take another intermission here. I'm gonna give it a moment. See if she's able to soothe herself back to sleep. She's actually been sick since Thursday, I want to say. No fever, but, you know, coughing, very productive, runny nose, trouble sleeping. Still has good appetite, though. Let's move forward with the dialogue a little bit.
I wonder what the real Astral Express feels like. Hopefully not this bumpy.
Finally, we're here. Dust and sand in the air, and crumbling ruins all around.
This heat is brutal. Not even the Trailblaze can take it.
You could say this prison was forged from Finement's fury.
But fury never lasts forever. That's why we're here, right, friend?
Let's embark on the final flame chase journey.
Well, this looks like Yanisopolis. The final grand jury. Are there even nymphs here? Yes, there are.
Ta-da! If you find any treasures, please share them with me.
I like this map. I also like this music.
So this is what lies at the end of the West Wind. A ravaged battlefield.
Is Maide with us? Did I just... Am I blind?
trailblazers of the Astral Express, right?
Looks like I don't need to explain anything.
I am the god of strife, mighty of Castrum Kremnos. In this body rests 30 million lifetimes of cause and effect. We, the last of the 12 Titans, stand ready to fight for the world's destiny.
I kind of really love this concept of like all of the Chrysos heirs gaining their memories over the past 30 million iterations.
There is no need for regret. The second time is just about to begin. The past remains vivid in my mind. Even the sights along each crossing of the River of Souls have never been clearer. Let alone the companions along the flame chase journey. Or Cyrene from Aedes Elysiae. And you, the 13th Titan.
Well, I guess my identity's not a secret anymore. That means her sacrifice. And everything she did wasn't forgotten by the world, right?
She was the first ripple. She should have reached the end of the story with everyone else. Since you've taken up her pen, then write. Stand with us and fight destiny with all your strength until all is settled. Then, inscribe her name in the epilogue of the epic. In this final battle, calamity shall stand with Amphorius. This battlefield is a testament to the death struggle between the gods and the Black Tide. We fought tooth and nail to defend that blade. The abyss it pierced was the very breeding ground of Iron Tomb.
Oh, that blade? Is that supposed to be Phynon? I see this like cutting through the sky, and actually you can see the stars out there.
The earth beneath our feet is dead. Deep below lies a void, as if the world's core had never formed. I hear it. Finan's heartbeat. It's so faint, like he's on his last breath.
Across 30 million cycles, I've crossed blades with Dawnmaker countless times. If you knew that man, you'd understand. It is exactly that last flicker of flame that will never go out. In this life, the song of strife shall not end in a final watch over Kremnos, but rise again into a journey unending.
Do I get to fight these people?
Mightynos, the lance of fury. I trade 1,000 scars and 100 lives of mine.
This would be a really interesting enemy lineup. It feels very like Pure Fiction-y.
For the destruction's eternal end.
Mountains full. Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
You'll make good practice.
You know, actually that actually is a good idea.
We can do it! Stars, shine for the heroes. That hurts. Let's start the second flowers. Bloom for tomorrow.
I'm just gonna use it as much as I want. That's funny.
Just a small prelude. Together we can do anything. Stars, shine for the heroes.
Time to show you what I can. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
This has been
Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May you fulfill love's promise with me. Don't blink. May the earth protect the road ahead. Bring destruction with me. Mimi! Prepare to. This is eternity! Yeah! Oh, I get it!
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this. Yeah, that was sweet.
Take the answer! That won't work, you know.
Weakling.
I just see combat in a story session.
So strong. We didn't even get a chance to jump in.
Yeah, I mean, I actually could have just spammed his attack and it would have been funny, but
Sadly, our golden blood shares its origin with Iron 2. I fear that, like these pawns, even if the gods stand side by side, still be divided and destroyed, one by one.
You mean
To destroy the destruction itself, we must stand as one. Take this.
oh, his royal signet.
The signet of Kremnos. It has witnessed every birth and death of mine. It is Mighty's unfinished destiny. And the perfect material to be turned into remembrance. You can do it, right?
The weight of 30 million lifetimes of duty is no small burden.
so you're not coming with us?
Come now. I am strife. Scattered across all creation, the scar that this world needs. What stands before you is merely one of countless divine bodies. Take this signet. With it, I'll be with you always. Use it to blaze the path ahead and inscribe the cause of deliverance. In the name of the mortal, mighty, champion of strife, this soul rises to the stars for glory and freedom, to have his wish fulfilled. March on, heroes. March into the abyss and fulfill that long-cherished wish of Amphorius. And then, upon this broken and charred land, build anew a city of prosperity.
We just witnessed the final death of Maide. After all that talk about the second time of meeting and teaming up together, basically just gave himself up half a second later. Like, I'm not completely upset at the idea of using the remembrance of their 33 million lives, but like, I feel like we should have just gathered the allies first, just in case we came up with a better plan. Like, I'm sure that Anax would have come up with the same idea, but I wanted to at least see what the other Crisis heirs thought before they immediately just give up their lives. I'm a little disappointed that they are giving up their lives as we go, because I was actually planning, like, this is a team that's just here because these are the characters that are in the story right now, right? But when I came across Maide and he said he was going to join us, I was like, okay, well, if we add all the other Crisis heirs, and eventually we can actually have, like, Cyrene, Dan Hung, Hyseal, Cypher, which is like an actual endgame team that I use. Maybe I'll say that they joined us in spirit, but also maybe it'll be fun to have a little extra challenge and having March 7th hang around with us. Why? I guess she does attack more often than anyone else, and she's attack based. Yeah, sure, why not?
The end of the story in your own way.
The biggest downside with Cyrene is that she is not very good in overworld fights. It's great for bosses, good for farming stuff, because she basically gets her ultimate within like the first 2 or 3 cycles. Not cycles, but like waves.
Looks good.
And then you have like this super powerful version of yourself. The nymphs here are a mix of all the previous nymphs. It's not just the one, which is, I guess, is the most amount of sense that this has ever made. Need to happen here. Needs to end up on the yellow here. So I need to be. We need to exit the portal at the same into the portal at the same time, I think. Yeah. Man, this sure is one long road. It sure would be cool if there were like things to fight. Because when I come back to this area, there's gonna be nothing here except for just nothing. Cypher, I brought your chimera back.
Oh, finally! Great mystery. And, you two ladies really look alike, huh?
I mean, a little bit, sure.
Let me guess. This pink-haired one. You've got to be the first newspaper. Mr. Meow. Demurge.
Meow.
And this one with the flower. Gotta be a little March from the express crew, huh?
I think that is kind of cool that they all have memories of everything. So it's not just that they have their own memories from the past 33 million years, but they also had like all of Cyrene's memories as well, so they know a lot about everyone else, including the Astral Express crew and all this other stuff. But it does make me wonder about the random NPCs. Like, does Marcus, the random guy that just like mopes around Akuma, also have the memory of his 33 million versions of himself?
But she's not wrong. Some flowers do look alike after all.
Relax. I'm just kidding. Look at those gloomy faces. How are you gonna save the world like that? Let me share some good news with you. This place may look like a ruin at first glance, but anyone can tell it's not that simple. Look, I dug 3,000 feet down and finally struck gold.
Why wouldn't you just give me the coin of whimsy that you use all the time?
Look familiar. It's from that little deliverer boy. If it's showing up here, it means only one thing. This ruin is the seal he built from the shattered remains of 30 million lifetimes.
There is no need to question your heart. No need to crave victory. If I am born to be a vessel of sin, then I shall roar at evil and trailblaze a dawn for future generations to come.
I see. So this is how we trapped Iron Tomb to buy time for the world outside.
Sounds just like him. People say cats have 9 lives, but dying and coming back millions and millions of times. No one walks away from that in one piece. He's probably the only one who could have endured that.
I mean, now at this point you've endured that. Because each cipher only had memories of the current cipher, but now you have all 33 million cipher memories. And you know about all the times that he killed you.
Of course. I knew ahead of time and gave him a heads up. He was happy. He even laughed in his sleep. After all, the dead can't hear Shikari's lies. Hey, deliverer boy. Sorry for before. But the heroes you were always holding out for, they're finally here now. So hang in there a bit longer. Sorry to keep you waiting all this time.
Please, join us, Cypher. Help us fight for a new sunrise tomorrow.
This time, its light will stand without lies.
Well, Would you look at that? I ended up being one of the heroes after all, huh? Alright, then write it like this. Cypher, Trickery's traveler. All she ever wanted was for there to always be water in deserts, and gold in fertile soil. And for even a thief to steal their way into legend.
What?
Here, take the coin of whimsy. When it's time to make a quick getaway, just toss it high into the sky.
She didn't even come to the same logical conclusion that my day did. She just like pieced out. And I suppose they all have the same memory of everyone else, so they're going to come to the same conclusion.
Listen, she might have been a bit greedy and a bit of a liar, but she never went back on her word. Well, well, if it isn't the little prince himself.
It's been a while, Lady Cypher.
Okay, they're technically with
It's
us.
not every day we get to walk the same road. We're one player short. When's Princess Homebody showing up?
So it looks like Castris is next.
My strength isn't what mountains move. But rise!
I could take 10 of you. Here you go, Master.
I choose you.
It's my turn to flowers. Bloom for tomorrow.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this?
Oh, she's so fast.
No.
Trust me.
Sportsmanlike.
We can do anything. This is being in sync.
Mimi.
It's rough at the beginning, but it's not so bad afterwards.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
Together we
In
can
terms
do
of skill
it, stars.
points.
Shine for the heroes.
Because like all these characters never use skill anymore after this.
Flowers. Bloom for tomorrow.
Time to show you what I can reach. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this? Mimi. Mimi.
Trust me. We can do anything.
Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May you fulfill love's promise with me. Don't blink. Cleanse hatred with love.
Bearing their hopes, I guard this land.
Is that a special dialogue just for Dan Heng defeating enemies in Enforius? Or will he say that even if we're fighting on like Eurula 6? I mean, that would also still be appropriate, but if we were fighting on like Penacony, like bearing their hopes I defend this land. Seems like it would be a dialogue option specifically for this area. I wonder if I don't have to do the puzzle because I clicked the shortcut button. No, I just have to do the puzzle the first time, it looks like. Ooh. First time we get the world bearing core flame as the icon.
So even this vessel, you've forged into a shackle.
This is like, are we at the sword right now already? You'd think it would be a lot more difficult to get here. But we just kind of just took one teleporter and we're here already. Are we going to really go through all 12 of the Chrysos areas? They kind of have really long speeches. But, you know, it would be kind of awkward if someone's favorite character just didn't get a speech because,
Looks good.
you know, they just were one of the less important Chrysos areas.
I'm glad to see you again, Miss Castress. Looking back, I had only one act of salvation to my name, and only one life I ever saved. To bring hope to a world so vast with these hands. Even in dreams, it always felt like too much to ask for.
So now that I'm no longer dead, would touching her kill me?
I won't forget.
Flame Weaver. Why is he here?
This is the first Castellana, and Lord Finan's deepest wound. He remembered everything he bore through the fires of his fury, but when the embers faded, all that remained was cold regret. I've restrained countless vessels like this across endless cycles, but this one, the pain he carried runs deeper than any I've known.
Maybe he's been waiting here. Just for us.
Waiting for his former enemies to stand before him again.
What answer does he hope for from us?
Well, obviously. Even if I had to go through hundreds of billions of cycles again, I would still entrust my weakness to you. So, let go of your regret, comrade. Its purpose is served. You don't need it anymore.
Hey, I'm not that accommodating, you know. You've never once pulled your punches. Ever heard of going easy on a lady? So pull yourself together, will you? If you freeze up during the final battle, the whole cosmos is gonna have a good laugh.
Right before they all have a terrible death.
Yes. Please trust in us, wandering soul. Across 30 million cycles, the radiance of every flame chaser now shines bright enough to illuminate the path ahead. I ask you to rest here, and may this grieving soil bear the bloom of acceptance.
I was hoping to fight another Flame Reaper.
It's surprisingly quiet.
Perhaps Castellana has found his peace.
There's another possibility. This may not be the only seal he left behind.
Then, I suppose it's my time to set out with you. Please take this Antilla flower with you. I believe that if anything could speak for Casteress, this ordinary resilient bloom would be more than enough. Perhaps you remember, Lord Mighty, in that lifetime when you traveled with her, you once told me, control what little you can, and when fate's inescapable grasp comes,
resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
I think I've done it. I've stood tall and walked among the flame chasers. Casting off the name of death, Casterus, servant of the afterlife. May her name be etched into the stars. And then live as a human and die as one.
Why so sentimental?
Sorry, a force of habit.
I like the hodgepodge
That's a big one. So, who's up for a show?
of nymphs in this area. Am I gonna be able to do this?
Not budging an inch, huh? Early gray mystery? I leave you alone for a bit and you're already this rusty.
Speaking of which, Miss Cypher, do Delosians all like spherical things?
Was that racist?
Of course we do. Wait, that's not the point. Isn't the real issue that this thing's in the way?
Oh, right. It's my turn to shine now. Watch this. The fresh power of time.
Remember Orynyx's prayer?
Well, of course I do. Come on, give me some credit. Lift the beddings of memory and stir up ripples of past reverie. See? Way better than that one, right?
You'd be even more impressive if you could recite the prayer correctly.
But beddings of memory does catch your attention.
At least it still rhymes.
It would seem as though you don't actually need to properly do Orynyx's prayer in order to actually activate it. Although I suppose if the whole purpose is that you're just praying to Orynyx. Oh, it's descending. Okay, I thought we were gonna ascend. And maybe it doesn't actually matter what you say, but rather just that you're appealing. Everyone says goodbye multiple times. That's kind of the issue with time loops, right? Why do I feel like this is... Did I just...
There's a whole garden down here?
Incredible. The energy in the Earth's veins here it's completely different.
This is the sweet dream Lady Cypher wove for him. A peaceful, gentle new world.
But the dead can't hear the lies of the trickery. That elevator should not be that long. I'm sure that it was just loading, because like this is so much texture and stuff, right? So it just goes down the elevator until the game decides to finish loading the stuff.
Look, the blade down here's already snapped.
Just like his mind, shattered and broken. But reflecting blood. Still shimmering. After all this time.
This roundabout way of doing things is definitely him.
Golden light, tracing the way home. Shame our destination's the exact opposite of the one in your poem.
Luckily for me, I guess, they won't allow me to go backwards, so I guess we'll just go forwards. Oh. We were immediately able to go backwards. Well, so much for that. Time to explore all this other stuff.
My purpose is to protect. Earth shatters, heaven trembles.
Nice job!
I'm on it.
Together we can do flowers. Bloom for tomorrow.
Trust me. We can do anything.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Bless Card, what's this? Mini! Mini!
It's some stars. Shine for the heroes.
I'll endure.
Kinda hurts. Together we can do anything.
Yeah! Read accept!
Not a bad idea.
It's my turn to shine. Flowers bloom for tomorrow. Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love.
Let's see what my progress is, what my stat goals are.
Mess with me. Don't blink.
Nice. Okay, perfect. This is what I was talking about. So I did some build changes on my Cyrene. She's not supposed to have 110 crit rate. That's because I have what's it called? But actually, maybe I do need to have that. So RMC is increasing the crit damage of all allies because that's what Mim does, right? And then Cyrene takes 70% of her crit rate and gives it to RMC. So now we end up with this crazy stat line of 95%, 360 crit damage, which is like right up there with my Genuine with Sunday. I'm pretty sure that my Genuine Sunday combo has 100 crit rate and like 380 crit damage. But then it's going to be even better once I get the special light cone. And I'm still using this right now.
Destruction with me.
My Cyrene crit rate used to be
Hatred with
a lot lower.
Couldn't have done it without me.
But I kind of went a little insane yesterday, off stream, trying to clear anomaly arbitration even faster. And I did end up crafting a new set of planar orb and also and what's it called? And rope. And I went from having a SS or like a S plus rank Cyrene according to Fribbles to having like a triple S, which is like almost as good as my, like a same quality level as my Fei Xiao. Because my Cyrene normally has 100% crit rate now with like 192 speed. When she's in the dot team, that also increases her speed in other ways. So it's not like all her build.
All the pink lights have finally come together.
Wonder how much mung bean soda we can buy with this.
Casterus, March, Cyrene, and Evernight. I already said March. Casterus, Cyrene, March, and Hyacine all together. Guess they really are different people, huh? Caught them in the same room together at the same time. Alright, that's clearly ways to go down there right now. Ooh, I almost got lift off for a moment there. Not really, it's just playing like the stairway leg up animation. Please let me get this treasure chest. Doesn't matter what order I do it in, but it just always feels wrong when I'm like walking to a treasure chest and then it just cuts me off.
I've been waiting so long for you, Ray, Danny,
Huh. You've actually got a point.
My friend's eyes really lit up. I'm glad we're all getting along so well.
But they actually do get along so well. If you ever put them on the same team, it's actually insane.
That's Lord Finance's lingering divinity. The sky merely reflected its tracks. The golden blood has not faded. We should respond in kind.
That's one huge heart.
The strings tremble as the people on the surface wage war and cry out. Miss Clementine, Mr. Crateros, and countless others who have heeded Gray's call. Guided by the rainbow, they're sending back good news, all to the same tune.
Amphorians need not bow, even when destiny is unveiled.
I knew you could all hear it too. Standing here, the sky feels wider than ever. It's no longer a towering wall, but a shore within reach. We'll take every name there with us, won't we?
We will.
An epic is shaped by the lives it carries. That much is beyond doubt. Or, as you've said before, right now, all that matters is to believe.
In a weird way,
I guess that's my little
every
wish
Amphorian
fulfilled.
here
Pluck the strings, Hyacin, healer of the sky. May the seven-hued melody weave a rainbow, bringing a rosy-faded dawn to the children of humanity. When the rainbow rises across the horizon, even the darkest clouds of destiny shall scatter.
everyone and when Amphorius is kind of like older than any other being in the entire cosmos, right? They all have 33 million years or 33 million cycles worth of experience, right? Like even if they each lasted like a year, that's now still 33 million years of existence if you combine it all. Like even the long life species of the Xianzhou with their immortality still like go crazy and have no, like, they don't make new memories after like 1,000 years or so.
The melody, it's changed. He heard the voices of the people, but no longer respond with the same ardor. Like a bird drawn home by instinct. It takes flight and finds its way to him.
Did the overworld music change? It looks like it did, but will it stay different after I fight? That music, I think that, this is like Himiko's song, isn't it? Maybe it isn't. I associate that song with the outro of a particular YouTubers. So we need them to land on yellow eventually, and I'm going to take the portal and then step basically straight down. Okay, so 9. I need to land on yellow. They don't necessarily have to land on yellow. I think that if I get them to, I have to basically move around back and forth over here in a way that makes them kind of fall through the cracks here. So 1, 2, they fall down. 3, they fall down. Four, 5, 6, they fall down. I open up the portal. 7, 8, 9. Oh, I messed up. Right? Or did I? I think that I didn't mess up, but I think that I should have gone down the ladder once instead. Yeah, let's reset. So they fall down here. And then they go over and they fall down again. And then it takes 2 steps for them to fall down another time. Then it takes another 2 steps for them to fall down another time. No, that isn't good. Oh, actually, that might have been good. Let's just do it this way. Down. So now I'm on yellow. And they fell down. I'm on blue. They need 2 in order to move again. They fell down. I only need 1, but I can go up the ladder and then back down. And then I can move I actually don't want to go. So I go up the ladder once, that's another step. And then they step forward. Nope. So I'm on blue here right now. And then I need them to go up and then down. Nope, that's not going to help. So I guess I just go back here, and then I'll go up the, no, I can't go up the ladder that way. Let's just make it, let's hope it works out. We'll wing it. So they're gonna go over twice. That's not good. I think I have one extra step in my plan somewhere. I guess I could make them go from here, actually, from the other side. So they're over here, they fall down, they go over here, they fall down, and then they need to go over twice. They need to stay put. Now they're here. No, this didn't work out. Oh, if I had gone up the ladder, no, that wouldn't have worked. Oh, that kind of worked, actually. Oh, no, it didn't, actually. I was one off. They're now down here. They stay put, they go over here, they fall down, and then I just kind of end on this. What's the next thing? They go down one. And then they just stay there after that. My poor PS5 is really trying to load in all these textures, but this is such a big map and there's so much going on that it, like, if you try to focus on any one thing, then it kind of just gives up. We last found a nymph on the harp, so that's like really close by. They're probably not gonna have another one.
Even this pure land is being tainted by the destruction. seek another way. His wisdom may be what we need.
Mountains roar, dragon rise!
Here you go, Master!
I'm on it.
Together we can do anything.
Trust me. We can do anything!
We have the edge.
Ready to shine.
That kind of hurts. Flowers bloom for tomorrow.
I could take 10 of you. Yeah.
I'm still here.
You couldn't have done it without me.
Guess we're seeking an axe next. Don't think I know of any other Chrysos heirs known for their wisdom. Also, there are no other male Chrysos heirs left, so we already got My Day. And Finon is obviously not going to show up. And they also keep on giving me mixed signals about My Day's intellect. Is he a big dumb brute? Is he actually the finest debater in the entire grove? This is a new puzzle type, right?
You're here. Sooner than I expected.
Wow, you really thought I was gonna spend a lot of time out there, huh?
The pink mammal beside the trailblazer.
The pink mammal?
Your classification is pretty spot on, Professor Anaxa. Well, the sages of the grove do call him the Titan with the sharpest eye in Euphorius.
Is she even considered to be a mammal? I mean, I guess the pointy ears doesn't exclude her from being a mammal. Bats have pointy ears.
Say the ones who keep dumping every problem child on me.
They also say that the Titans are way better at raising kids than the Caprists. With great power comes great responsibility. I'm sure you know just how to guide them. Right?
Well, Spider-Man, huh?
It shouldn't be too hard for someone with your insight.
Exactly. All right, gather yourselves.
Humans are mammals?
It's time for
I'm not
pop
questioning
quiz.
whether humans are mammals. I'm questioning whether Cyrene is human. Like, I'm willing to concede that Cyrene is definitely, like, alive and has a life and has memories and has a soul or whatever. But they're like a butterfly that took on someone's memories, you know? And they gave themselves some sort of physical form. I guess none of these really have a real physical form.
Whoa, this is way more hardcore than the happy-go-lucky stuff at Paperfolk University.
The final battle is upon us, and the reinforcements still can't get through. No matter how many times I tell him, he just can't seem to manage the rear line properly. See those crystals? They carry the wishes of deliverance, like insects trapped in amber and resin. This is the task finally left behind. Retrace the path once taken. Draw forth those wishes from the crystals, and carry them into the final battle. I've tried, but I can't move them alone. And as for why, well, I'm sure you all know the answer.
I'm just a frail scholar.
The conviction to save the world weighs far heavier than the world itself.
In other words, as the hero within his heart, this challenge is practically made for you, isn't it?
That's not the explanation I would have given, obviously. Like, in theory, Cyrene could have presented the, 33 million, what's it called? And then said, oh, and also dromuses are my favorite animal. And then Demiurge could have been like, okay, well then I'll fashion myself into the form of a dromus. And then, does that make Cyrene a dromus? I guess I actually don't need to, like, destroy the tower there. I can just press the button. And she already took her form as, like, she's part fairy. Although maybe the fairies are considered mammals. They are compared to, like, rabbits and raccoons and dogs and cats and all the other things. By that I mean just Mim. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to interact with this.
Aw, who turned off the lights? This pop quiz even has dramatic effects now.
Endless darkness. That is where wishes begin.
But with just a glimmer of light, we can illuminate this lonely world.
What lies beyond the edge of the light?
Chaos. To bear the name Kaslana, one must first plunge into chaos to seek a path for the primordial light.
Beyond the shadows lies the outline of dawn.
Only by bearing both light and shadow can one traverse the cycles of dawn and dusk.
I don't get it at all, but I'll just do the puzzles as they come. It was a fairy. Yeah, I eventually came to that same conclusion.
The light's spreading.
These creatures, they're everywhere. Someone, anyone, where are you?
His very first wish was simply to become his village's little hero. He'll never forget what set him on this path.
That's the ray of hope. Just like the wishes he gathered, it's grown ever more insatiable.
Why? Why is this happening?
I'm okay with this, honestly. It's a lot better than actually having collision. When you can like barely even draw in the... Oh, okay, I see. So, now I get it. So, if we do enough of the puzzle, and we make enough things, then once all of them are in the same area, then it makes the light grow bigger.
Even the deliverer from the sky must have their beginnings in the soil of the nations. Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny.
He never expected that the majestic holy city would be far from the end of what needed to be protected.
The farther his gaze reached, the more weight he came to bear. But in the end, he couldn't hold on to any of it.
Honestly, get rid of all of the what's it called, collision. They definitely hurt it more than they help. Checking for a treasure chest. Shouldn't there be another one right here? Oh, it's right here, actually. I went in the opposite direction.
This crystal is quiet.
A prisoner in the cave can never truly describe the world in its entirety.
Yet even so, he would still choose to bear it.
I actually like wandered into someone's stream of Star Rail, and they were doing this exact puzzle, and I think that was the exact line that I like walked in on before I clicked off. I was like, I'm not here yet. Aww.
The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Because my thought was, hey, I'm at the end of Amphorius now, right? So like anyone that's streaming Amphorius might actually still be behind me because Amphorius has been over for several weeks now. But I was wrong. They were still ahead of me even though they were also behind.
Deliverer, take the wish of world-bearing with you first.
We only have half of the mark. Where's the other half?
With me already? Further in?
Take this. I'll bring you to the next test.
A Philosopher's Stone?
That massive tome you're holding must have room for one more scholar, I presume.
Of course. It can hold the whole world.
Then give me a lift, would you? I'd rather save my energy and use the time to think.
Alright, who's left? Cyrene?
God shouldn't skip exercise, you know?
Miss Hyacinth is right.
Then, with the Trailblaze as witness, the stars shall remember how Anaxagoras refuted the gods.
He's gonna give his own speech?
No need for that. Anaxa, scholar of reason.
Wow, Anaxa, huh?
Keeping it simple makes it easier for future minds to question.
What a turnabout.
Go. The closing act is still far ahead. What is this? A conference?
Welcome! Take a seat anywhere you like.
I'm getting a migraine.
So let's think. We have Hycelens, Cyrene, Aglaya, and Tribi last. Do we want to continue? It's 12:30 now. This would be a reasonable stopping point. We have 8 of the 13. You know, 12 if you count the original 12. Which is a nice round number. In more ways than one. I just want to make sure that I actually have only 4 more to go and not like 5 more. So we have Maide. Oh, Finon is also still gone. Because he's like in there too. Unless I count as the 12th instead of him. I'm going to say that I count as the real core bear or core flame bear. Who knows how long these next speeches are going to be. So we're gonna call it here. I'm gonna be a responsible adult. Go to sleep. I'll see if Sunny allows me to stay in that state. Can already hear her coughing and, you know, babbling. The poor dear. But we'll be back with more Star Rail throughout the week. We're gonna keep on going at this until we finish 3.7. And then I don't know when we'll like really get into 4.0, but I really do want that enhanced basic attack. So we'll keep at it. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.